Okay, so I was looking up the definition of panic attacks before recording this video, and the definition went a little bit something like this: a sudden feeling of acute and disabling anxiety. Somehow that just doesn't quite sum it up for me. Acute, like I don't know if any of you, like, acute means like a small, like a very concentrated. I get that, but this is more like what it feels like.
Shout out to Willie D. I was in that Willie D video when I was about 14.
Yeah, it feels more like that. Somebody injected you with like electricity and you have to get it out. I remember I would have this piercing sort of pain in the palms of my hands. It was like I couldn't even, it hurt so much that I couldn't even close my fingers. Increased breathing, and I got dizzy, and like you can't sit down, and everything is fidgety, and you just feel overwhelmed. That's it. But for me, when I was having panic attacks and then afterwards I would look and I would hear how other people would describe them. They talk about all of the physical things that you go through when you're having a panic attack. Shortness of breath, you're panting, or you get hot, you get sweaty. They talk about these physical symptoms, but they don't talk about what's going on in here. I always wonder why they didn't include the fear. Fear. A panic attack is like the most concentrated feeling of fear that you could possibly feel. And you're completely afraid of everything in that given moment in time. What's usually going on in here when you have a panic attack is something has finally broken the dam. And what I mean by that is you have been holding this wall and bills keep trying to get over it. Relationships keep trying to get over that wall. Everything is trying to get over this wall until it finally breaks the wall down. So if you think you might have panic attacks, here are some things that you can do to assist with that. Number one is you can go to the doctor and they can put you on some drugs, okay? My personal opinion is if you are able to bypass the drug option, I would highly recommend it because the drugs are just masking what the real problem is. The real problem's in here. Now, I am not a doctor, but that is my personal opinion, being somebody who used to suffer from panic attacks on a regular basis. What I would recommend is something more along the lines of getting therapy. You need to get in and you need to see somebody that is qualified to assist you in here. Now, my personal experience, my therapist and I, what she had me start doing was basically when I was having a panic attack or when I felt the most anxiety, it was my job to get a pen and a piece of paper and write down everything that I was feeling. If I felt scared, if I had to go to the restroom, I was supposed to write down everything that I was thinking and everything that I was feeling. Also, at the end of that, I had to write why I thought I was feeling that way. Me keeping the ledger, or me keeping a journal, or me keeping that list of just entries, every time I had a panic attack, that helped identify what was causing my stress, what is causing me to spin out of control. So another thing that I did was I changed my diet. I changed my diet as far as like not including things that had caffeine in them or a lot of sugar. I just basically tried to avoid things that were stimulants. Anything that would get me up here, I stopped eating it. And I also stopped drinking alcohol. I have never been a person that's abused alcohol. I'm like the social drinker. I don't really have to even have a drink at all. It's not like I'm a person that just consumes a lot of alcohol, but I stopped drinking alcohol just to get rid of anything that might have been a hindrance to me getting back my mental health.